of Super Reaction Bros. I'm Chris.
I'm Christopher.
And on today's episode, we're taking a look at the reason Roald Dahl took his name off this film, and that is the screenwriting pitch meeting for Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. That is a true story. He did not like the direction they went with in the film, based off
specifically the ending. They shot two endings, one the original ending and the other was the alternate ending. And they went with the alternate ending, and that's when he was like, you know what, I step away.
Yeah, that's the reason he hated the witches, because I guess spoiler for like the original witches is that in the original story both the grandma and the kid who never turns into a mouse can die.
Really, no. No, he stays as a mouse. He's the only one who stays a mouse.
That's why I said. It's like he stays a mouse, and 9 years later, him and his grandma eventually pass away together. But they didn't go with that, because the test line is like the more positive ending, where the kid gets turned back into a human, and they go out to help other kids.
And that's where he wanted to step away because of that. So, yeah, and now that this one's getting mixed reviews, more positive, to be honest, more positive, mixed, but still mixed. But let's see what probably went behind, their idea of like the first one. So let's dive into this. We were talking about the witches, and this is Willy Wonka.
Well, it's Roald Dahl in general.
That's true, much. Yeah. So, especially when they remade... Yeah, sorry. I thought my phone was somewhere else. Let's dive into this for Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory pitch meeting. See what went down for the original. So, here we go.
So, you have a movie for me? Yes, sir, I do. It's called Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, and it's based on a book called Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Oh, so we're doing like a spin on it, making Willy Wonka the main character? No, the main character is this kid called Charlie. So why are we... I don't know. Well, okay then. So it's Charlie, and he's working a job while all these other kids are having a great time in a candy store with the Candy Man. Oh, they're buying candy from him? No, he's just kind of throwing it at them, just kind of giving it out. Oh, pretty weird business model. Yeah, so anyway, Charlie goes home and sees his mom, who's taking care of his 4 grandparents that have been stuck in their communal bed for like 20 years. What? What are you talking about? You know how when you're a kid, your 4 grandparents live in the same bed and never get out because they're too old? Oh, I don't think that's a thing. That sounds super unsanitary. Yeah, all they do is complain and eat cabbage soup all day. Oh god, I can't imagine what those sheets must smell like. Not what I imagine. So anyway, then we're gonna find out that this guy Willy Wonka, who owns a candy factory, is having this big contest. Oh, what's the contest? Well, he's hitting some golden tickets in some candy bars, and whoever finds them gets a tour of the factory. Wow, 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 wow. Yeah, so everybody in the world just starts going crazy. Like, everybody's looking for these things. And who ends up finding them? Well, there's this girl, Violet, who loves chewing gum. There's a boy named Mike TV, who loves TV. There's a boy named Augustus Gloop, who likes to eat. And there's a girl named Veruca Salt, who's, Satan. Oh, she is. She's a spoiled little demon child for sure.
Pretty much.
But his family doesn't have money, so they can't really buy chocolate. Bummer. And then his mom is going to sing a song called Cheer Up, Charlie. Oh, we have musical numbers. Sometimes. Well, okay then. People do enjoy the occasional song. Yeah. Not this one, though. Oh, yeah, pretty much everybody's gonna hate this one forever. Okay. Anyway, eventually Charlie ends up finding the ticket, and he gets to bring somebody with him. So who does he bring with him? His hard-working mom? Nope, he's gonna bring his Grandpa Joe. Haven't all his grandparents been bedridden for 2 days?
Oh my god, I believe the time after
Grandpa
this.
Joe's gonna be so excited, he's gonna get out of bed and start dancing around. What? Yeah, he's so excited, he can't wait to go. You're saying all it took for him to get out of bed was the opportunity to go eat some free TV? That's right. What about when Charlie was born and the mom had to raise a child by herself? Nope, he didn't. That wasn't enough for him to get out of bed. What about trying to get a job so they don't have to eat cabbage soup all the time? So he's gonna dance around, he's gonna sing the golden ticket. He doesn't. Charlie has the golden ticket. Well, that's Grandpa Joe for you. Grandpa Joe's a monster. Is he the bad guy or something? No, he's one of the good guys. Yeah, if you say so. Anyway, so then they head to the
No, he is one of the bad guys.
Well, they see Willy Wonka and he pretends to need a cane, but then he does a little roll, so it's very fun. Oh, because people think he can't walk well, but then he can. Exactly. And so this way, the audience never knows if he could be trusted. Oh, so this guy is a little sketchy. Oh, definitely. Not as sketchy as Grandpa Joe, though. So then they see all kinds of weird...
Everything goes back to Grandpa Joe.
Wow. And there's this massive chocolate river with a waterfall. Sounds delicious. Yeah, it looks like diarrhea, though, for sure. Oh, no. Then that kid, Augustus Gloop, he's gonna start drinking out of the chocolate diarrhea river, and he's gonna fall right in. Uh-oh, so what does Wonka do? Not much. He just kind of stands there. He says there's nothing to be done about it now. Oh, what does that mean? Well, the kid gets sucked up into this tube, and then the pressure shoots him out into a different room. My God, is he okay? Unclear, but then these little creatures called Oompa Loompas start dancing and singing about how this kid had it coming. What? Yeah, they got a whole song and dance ready for this exact situation. Very strange. So then everybody gets on this little boat, and it's super cute, and it has just the right number of seats for them. Does that mean that Wonka knew that one of the kids wasn't going to make it out of that room? Certainly one way to interpret it, sir. Yeah, very dark. Yeah, and then they go through this tunnel on a little boat ride.
Soon you get bigger boat.
Counterbalance the extreme.
Oh God, no.
Alluded to. And the tunnel is dark, and images start getting projected on the walls. Millipedes crawling on people's faces. Chickens being beheaded. What? And Wonka just stares at everybody, and he's speaking in an increasingly loud voice. What is going on? He's saying,
What is going on?
A speck of light is showing, so the danger must be growing. Are the fires of hell a-glowing? Is the grisly reaper mowing? Please stop. And then he ends the song. And everyone's sitting there shocked at what they just witnessed. Oh my God. So anyway, then they head into the next room. Well, wait, what the hell was that?
What the hell is that all about?
In the next room, they get these everlasting gobstopper things, which look very uncomfortable to eat. Okay. And Violet eats some gum that she's not supposed to, and it makes her turn into a massive blueberry. I mean, she just fills up with juice. She fills up with juice? And so the Oompa Loompas have to roll her into another room and juice her, or she's gonna explode. She might explode? Only if the Oompa Loompas don't juice her, and then they do another song and dance specific to this very situation. When did they write and rehearse these things, and how did they know they were gonna play out like this? Unclear. So then they all
Unclear.
wallpaper, and let me tell you, Grandpa Joe gets pretty nasty with his tongue on that thing. Oh, they go into another room and they see this stuff called fizzy lifting drinks, but Wonka tells them they can't have any because it's not ready. Okay. But then when everybody leaves the room, Grandpa Joe is like, "Hey Charlie, everybody's gone, no one's watching, let's have some." Oh, this freaking guy, are you sure he's not the bad guy?
Oh my.
So then they start floating up towards this big ceiling fan, and it seems like they're gonna get chopped up by it. Oh, gonna be tough to get out of that situation. Actually, it's gonna be super easy.
Very inconvenient. It's like, no, it's gonna be that part!
They start burping a whole lot, and that makes them float back down to the ground. Oh, solving problems by burping is tight. Yeah, it is. So then what happens? The TV gets turned all miniature, and Veruca falls down a garbage chute that leads to a furnace. Oh, this place is a death trap. Well, we're gonna imply that maybe the kids didn't die, so. Oh, okay. You know, they're all definitely on a path to extinction.
That's one thing the Tim Burton film got right. It's like, they're all fine.
So eventually Wonka's gonna be super mad
You
at them about
lose.
the
Good
fizzy
day,
lift.
sir!
And he tells them to go home. Oh, that's probably the safest thing for them anyway. But then Charlie's gonna give back the everlasting gobstopper, so Wonka's gonna be super happy. Oh, why is that? Well, he had set up this whole thing where his employee posed as a competitor and promised all the kids money if they gathered information on that candy as a test. Oh, so Charlie's being honest. Okay, that's nice. It is nice. So then Wonka takes Charlie and Grandpa Joe into a magical elevator that shoots up all the way into the sky. Yeah, that also sounds extremely unsafe. Definitely. And so Wonka's gonna be like, "Good news, Charlie, I'm giving you the factory. It's yours." What? Yeah, Charlie's in charge of the factory now.
What?
Grandpa Joe's gonna be like, "What about me? Can I live there too?" Oh, of course he says that. Yeah, okay. So Charlie's like the CEO of a major corporation now? I guess so, because Wonka said he didn't want to leave the factory to a grown-up, so he had to give it to a child. What happens when Charlie's no longer a child in just a couple years? Unclear, so what do you think? Well, you know, I think it sounds like a pretty good horror movie. Oh no, this is a kid's movie. Oh, it is? Yeah, this is for kids. This is for little humans. Well, what about all the horrifying stuff all throughout the movie? I don't know. What about that tunnel scene where he's yelling about hellfire and flashing disturbing images? Oh, well, those images are going to fly by so fast, I don't think anyone's going to know what's actually happening. Okay, well, I guess it's good that there's not really any technology for people to watch these movies at home and slow them down and rewatch that scene. Yeah, hopefully that never exists, or I imagine somebody would make a list of all the disturbing stuff we're going to shove in there.
Yeah, seen him. They have a video of everything.
Okay, no, I have to bring this up because it was on a wrestling podcast. Because they have this thing on a wrestling podcast where it's like a Hall of Fame stuff where they and one of them put how what they want to enter is how Grandpa Joe is such an asshole. Like, he's such an asshole, and that's why, because he gets out of it spontaneously, like, fucking having, like, he fucking won. Charlie chooses him over his hardworking mom. He nearly gets them killed. Like, motherfucker! Oh, and then he does that nasty tongue thing. What the fuck is wrong with this dude? When they started Grandpa Joe, it just took me right back to that. I just had, okay, that part I got away, but yeah, this film, I love that ending. So this is gonna be a great horror film. No, this is gonna be a kid's film.
Wait,
what?
Wait, what?
I knew the barely inconvenience was going to be the fizzy lifting shirt.
Barely inconvenience,
one thing I can say that the Tim Burton one got right was they did show the kids afterwards.
Showing that they were fine.
Yeah, some of them were a bit like stretched out or warped a bit, but they were alive. I'll give the Burton film that much. Because nonchalantly, I actually do like the Burton film,
Yeah, I do too. That's why I enjoy it.
I'm not a big fan of the Willy Wonka design in it, but, like, I still enjoyed it,
I like the Willy Wonka design because it's something that's, like, just something that really stands out to us, like, yeah, that's how you would have been.
And fucking Charlie just turning him down at first going, nah, I'm good. You have your own issues.
That one stuck more closely to the book than this one did, actually. This one was just more focused on, like, hey, we're at a Michigan.
I love it too. The TV guy. And by Miss Satan herself. Really? Yeah, Devil Child. Let's just hope they never, ever
do a sequel.
An adaptation of the sequel.
No.
For the love of God, no.
No.
So other than that, if you're new to the channel, you can hit the like button. If you want to talk to us more about stuff like this, comment down below. If you want to share us around, share it around. And if you like us just a little bit more than anybody else when it comes to talking about that horror-filled chocolate factory and pitch meetings themselves, hit the subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon as well.
And we don't know what we're talking about sequels. Just look up the sequel to the book of the Chocolate Factory. You see what we mean. You be seeing the same thing going, oh hell no, don't do a sequel. Let us know what you guys' thoughts are on this pitch meeting. Did you have fun with it? Was it funny to you? Any moments? Favorite line in this, or favorite moment in this overall? Was it just the tunnel scene overall when they talked about it? Put down what you thought of our reaction overall, but most importantly, thank you for watching.
So until next time, I'm Kristen.
I'm Christopher.
And this has been a not-so-horror film-filled episode of SRB.
See ya.
Later.
Hey guys, thanks for watching.
If you want to check out our previous reactions,
or any one of our other SRB shows,
check out one of our playlists down below.
And if you want to check us out in the social universe,
you can find us on Twitter
and Stardust
@SuperReactBros.